Alright, welcome everybody. I'm gonna do just a very quick game dev stream, maybe an hour or two. Work on Paloo Spiral a little bit. Try and fix this bug that we have for one-way platforms. Paloo does not want to stay on the platform. She wants to go under the platform. Some wonky physics. Fixing physics is always fun. And we can see if we can do some other stuff after that. Maybe some low-hanging fruit, add some more VFX. Fix up some animations. But we'll see. Okay, so the main problem here is that basically if we're on top of the collider, in this case the platform, which is this white bar here that we have, if we are on top of it, the platform should act as like if it's physical, so we can stand on top of it. But if we're under the platform and we jump up, we should go through the platform. Kind of like in Super Smash Bros. There are certain platforms you can go jump up from under, but then when you go down, you just hit the platform like a regular solid object. Now, we're doing something not that great, in which we're basically just checking if the feet of the character are above, if the lowest point of the feet of the character are lower than the highest point on the platform, then that means we are under the platform, which means that the platform should be, the collision should be ignored. But if the feet are above the highest point of the platform, and that means that we should collide with the platform, meaning that it will be a solid object. Now, there's some shenanigans going on, because there are certain frames in which the lowest point of the feet is lower than the highest point of the platform, meaning that we're going to get into this check here, in which we basically ignore collision and we go through the platform, but we shouldn't. So what to do? Now what we could do is we can check our velocity. If the character is moving downwards, then we should have the platform be solid. If the player is moving upwards, we should have the platform be, the collision is ignored. Now, technically that would be true. There's no reason to collide with the platform if we're going up. And if we're going down, then we should most likely be making the platform a solid. The only problem with that, though, is that if we're going down, the velocity is downwards, and we're coming off like to the side of it, meaning that if we have the player here, if the player is going downwards, we hit this white platform. But what if we're going like diagonally down, right? We're going diagonally down and we hit like right here. We're technically still going downwards in velocity. But I don't want this to be a collision. I want them to pass through, even though we're going downwards. They should be passing through, because we're only checking the feet. Now, if they're going like this diagonally, then that's fine. That should be a collision check. And then anything going upwards, we don't really need to check collision there. We can just ignore it. There's no reason why this should be a solid object if we're going upwards. In this scenario, at least. Maybe there's some other funky platform we can think of where it's the opposite. You can only go down, but not up. Okay, so let's try that. Let's say... Well, actually, we could do this. We could say we ignore the collision if the actor object dot rigid body dot linear velocity dot y is greater than 0, or we have this check here. And honestly, I feel like we only need to check if we're going upwards. Actually, I think, yeah. I think we only need to check if we're going upwards. Hold up, what was the... Am I crazy? What was the hotkey for commenting out? Control-Shift-K? Control-Shift-C? What is the hotkey for this? Control-Shift... no, hold on. Control-CK? Oh, okay, Control-KC. Okay, gotcha. Do comment. Okay, so... if we're going upwards, we just straight up ignore the collision. I don't think that we need another check. But if we're going downwards... Wait, hold on. What's going on here? No, hold on. We need to do something different. We need to say... if actor object dot linear velocity, or sorry, rigid body linear velocity. Oh my god, why am I typing so bad? Dot y is greater than 0, meaning we're going upwards. Then ignore collision is equal to true. Else, okay, so this else is we're going downwards. Should I check for 0 too? I almost feel like I should. Because if we're standing on the platform colliding, our velocity is going to be 0. Which means that this will fail? Okay, what if we do this? What if we do... We ignore the collision if... If our velocity is going upwards and... and this. The lowest point is less than the highest point. We ignore the collision if we're going up and our feet are lower than the highest point. Meaning that if we're going down... No, but see, this wouldn't make sense, because if this one fails, that means that we're going down. But we could still be under this. Which means that we can be under the platform. We jump halfway. Right? So we're jumping. Our velocity is upwards. So that satisfies this first one here. And we are still, the feet are still under the highest point of the platform. So that satisfies this here, which means this will be true, which means that the collision will be ignored, going up to right here. But if we reach this point and then we start going down, right? Gravity's pulling us down. That means that our velocity is going to be negative, which means that this is going to fail, which means that this whole thing is going to fail, which means that we are not going to ignore collisions. So the collision is going to be turned on right here while we're still here. So that's not good. I feel like we're gonna have to put like some sort of states in here. Which I feel like I was kind of going for when I was doing this. Yo, Charles, what up, bud? Yes, I am in fact. This is one of my games that I'm working on. It's called Paloo Spiral. I'll give you a quick link. That off. There you go. If you want to check it out. It's sort of like a mix between like Mega Man and Gunstar Heroes. Like fast-paced combat action. But yeah, check it out if you have the time. Right now I'm working on some bugs, specifically with the platforms. I don't know if you ever played Super Smash Bros, but there's like platforms in some of the stages where you can jump from under them, but then you can't pass back down. So they're like one-way platforms. So that's kind of what I'm trying to implement right now, but I'm just trying to fix these bugs here. But you know what? Here's what I'm gonna do. I feel like if we're moving upwards, it should always be... We should always ignore the collision. Else, if moving downwards and this... So... Yeah, it isn't out yet? No, it's still quite a while. We're hoping for next year, the end of next year, 2027, but yeah, it's still in development. We're getting there though. Okay, so if the actually, you know what? This should probably be a really small number. I don't know, like negative 0.005 or something. Because we need 0. This is why you start streaming? No, I kind of just started streaming with like just regular games. And then this is just kind of like my way, kind of like, I don't know, advertise that I got this game going on. It also kind of like helps me keep in track, like if I'm feeling like lazy or just like not motivated to like work on the game, I'm like, I'm just gonna stream it. And I just try to keep like a schedule of it. That way I can kind of force myself to like work on the game. But if you want to check out the main studio channel, it would be this one right here. So Havoc for real, no glaze. Oh, thanks, man. I appreciate it. Yeah, definitely worked quite a bit on it. I'm the programmer, and then I'm working with an artist, so it's just the two of us. And then we work on it on our spare time, so that's kind of why it takes quite a while. I wish I could do this full time. God, I wish I could just work on my own games full time. I wouldn't even care if I like got paid like minimum wage. I just love working on games. Okay, so we're gonna say else. Actually, let's do this. Else if the feet are higher than the highest point. No, but that's gonna... That's not gonna work either, actually, now that I think about it. Shit means something to you, passion? Hell yeah, dude. I've been programming since I was like in high school, and I've just done like little random games on the side here and there. I even had like actual like game development jobs in the past. But yeah, I love doing this. What made you name the studio Eggneb? It's supposed to be Egg Nebula. It's I guess like the iconography is supposed to be like you're hatching ideas out of an egg. That's kind of where it came from. Because me and my artist friend, we have a ton of like game ideas, so that's kind of where it inspired from, just hatching ideas out of an egg. And it's kind of, I like the alliteration too, Eggneb Games. Okay, so the feet are higher than the highest point, which should be true. Ignore collision is false. So we can probably ignore... Oh, hold on, what's going on here? I guess we could just leave that like this. Oh, but this is... Okay, hold on. Got that. Whoops. And we're already doing this. Oh my... No, this is not gonna work. God. Oh, okay. Ignore collision is false by default then. Sounds good. No, thanks, man. Appreciate it. Thank you. Okay, so I don't think this is gonna work. Oh, see? Okay, so why is there a collision check here? My Y velocity is... Oh, that's why. No, hold on. Shouldn't we be... Shouldn't this be getting ignored? Oh, we're not even going in here. What is going on? Why am I not checking collision? Outer collision is false. Oh? Do I go out and back in? No, I don't want the ground check. That out of there. What? How's that happen? Oh, wait a minute, hold on. What does this platform look like? The outer collide. No, that's what? Wait, what the? Oh, that's weird. why it was off-centered. Wait, is this whole thing off-centered? Oh, it is. Okay, that's weird. Okay. Yeah. Okay, let's Oh. How is that? How am I failing that collision? Okay. False. How come? Entered it from here. And it gets added false as default. Okay, fine. What about the next one? Outer collision character checks. Okay, oh my god. Wait a minute, what? Hold on, we're making a new... Oh, out of the keys, I see, okay. Okay, so where do we set this? That's set to false. Shouldn't that be true? Oh, that should be true. Why is that false? This never turns into true. Oh, here. Okay. Oh, it's just defaulted to false. Oh my god. Okay. Hold on. Let me... come on. Okay, let me see. Let me see. Wow, what a mess. What a mess this is. I feel like this should be added to true by default. That might work. Let's add that to true by default. Oh my god, we're just making a huge mess now. Okay, so when we added, we just added with true. Let's just do true. Okay. What? Oh, here we go. Okay, it's working. Why? Well, it works if we go out of the collision zone. But why? By the way, if we go like this... Okay, this is what I was afraid of. That should not be a collision. Also starts off like that. Hmm. Okay, let's try and follow this a little better. Get you over here. So at this point, when I start and I'm not in the collision area, this will be true by default. We go in here, our velocity is 0. Our velocity is 0, so that means we are ignoring the collision. So that'll be true. So if we do that, and yes, we ignore the collision. So now, next frame, I jump. This is still true, so we go in here. My velocity is, again, this, so that should all be true. And then once I start falling down, I should hit this fall, so we'll go in here. The feet are higher than the highest platform point, and we ignore the collision. Wait, what? No. Oh, we don't ignore the collision, sorry. False. Okay. So... and that worked. So we are not ignoring the collision. So that's set to false. Oh, and then it never gets back to true. Okay, I see. Go back a bit. If we are checking for the collision, then I want to know if we want to turn it off. I don't know what the point of this. Why'd I even do this? It doesn't even look like... it's just making things more complicated. Why'd I even do that? I don't even think I need this. I think I just made it way more... I think I just made something much more convoluted than it should have been. I think my idea was I wanted to like keep track of the state of the previous state that we were in. If we were currently colliding with the platform, then I wanted to like save that state, that the previous state that we were on was colliding with the platform, and vice versa if we're not colliding. Which I guess is not a bad idea. I guess that'll be my next option if this doesn't work out. And the last resort would honestly just be to use the velocity, and I'm just gonna have to check every frame the next predicted position of the rigid body, because I feel like this is gonna break if I do like 30 FPS or something. Okay, so assuming we have this happening, if the collision is on, I'm assuming that means... no, hold on. This is so confusing, because this This is checking the collisions, and we are putting ignore collision true. Ignore collision true means we are ignoring the collision. So if this is true, and we are getting is collision on directly out of this, and that means that this is true, which means that is collision on is true, which is the opposite. Is collision true means that we are ignoring the collision. Oh my god, what a mess. Mess. And I should probably name it something else. Or we could flip it. Right? If this is true... Wait, no, hold on. No. You know what? It's the variable names. They're confusing me. This doesn't mean that it's true. This is just what it's called, ignore collision. This could be false. Okay. I'm confusing myself. Yes, that's right. That's correct. This is good so far. Is collision on? No, hold on. No. Oh my god. No, I was right the first time. Is collision on means that this was true, which means that this collision was not being checked. So that should be the opposite, but whatever. I'm not even going to bother with it right now. If collision is on, then we check if the ignore collision is going to be set. If we are lower than the highest point of the platform. But honestly, I think we should just check the velocity. I think that's all we need to check. Actor object dot rigid body dot linear velocity dot y is less than 0? No, sorry, greater than 0. We're going upwards. That means if we're going downwards, it's going to be false, which is not necessarily the case. So actually, I'm going to do this instead. Or actually... No, you know what? Yeah, let's just spell it all out. Screw it. We're going upwards. Then ignore collision is true. Else if we are going downwards, actually, else if this ignore collision is equal to false. This means we are going downwards and our lowest point of the collider is greater than the highest point of the platform collider. Okay. Right, I guess works. But what does this mean? If it's not, it's true? Okay, I guess I could just do this then, if that's the case. Right? Oh my god. Oy. Um... Okay, if we are going upwards, we ignore. Otherwise, if we are going downwards, and this would be the negative of that. Otherwise, we just check that again, which I think works. All right, let's see. Let's see if that works. Okay, that worked. Ah. Why am I falling through? Back to the same problem. I don't feel like we did anything at that point. What is happening here? Actually, hold on. Let's do this. Okay. So it'd be kind of hard to tell where exactly we're landing. Well, the collision is being turned on. So it's got to be, at some point here. Or maybe here. I don't know if that's going to be true. Let's see. Okay, this is interesting. I think we entered the outer collider on this one. This is now false. It should be true because we were above it, yeah. And so this is false. What? Oh, that's right, we're doing a negation of this. Okay, so that's false. Oh, that's what it was, the negation right here. That's what I was missing. Okay. So this is false. So the collision is false? Wait, is that right? Don't we want the collision to be on? I think we messed up there. I think that might be it, actually. Because at that point forward, it's always going to be false. Check over here. Oh, let me guess, we're not gonna go through it this time. Yeah, okay. Okay, this is one of those things where if I lower the FPS, it's actually gonna work. No, I guess not. Okay, well, that answers that. Really? Okay, so it turns on here. The check before this, it turned on. Why? And also, how did I hit this collision way up here? There's so much space here. How did I hit that collision? Okay, I'm going downwards. But this should be false, yeah? So my ignore collision is true, and I'm gonna pass through it. Interesting. Well, at some point through this, it switched to true, but why? Because that was false the entire time. So if this kept coming in as false until it didn't, which means that it can only come true when this happens. Which means at some point this was false. But how is that possible? How is that possible? Oh. Okay. This is true, so that's gonna be false. Oh, you know what? Hold on. Why am I even doing this? There's a much easier way to do this. Okay. Let's put in a condition. Let's say if this oops. That should work, right? We're low on the highest points. Okay. This is false now. How did this become false? Negative 9.34. Negative 9.33. Oh wow, by 0.01. How is that possible? Look where I am. There's a huge gap here. How did I go below? I don't understand. How did I go below? There's... What? What? Look at where I am. Wait a minute, hold on. I think I see it. Right there, the next frame. The next frame coming up. What? This is interesting. Actually, you know what? Hold on. What is my velocity when I'm there? Okay, so this frame is false. Okay, so we're now under the highest point of the platform. And our velocity is going down. Oh, crap. Okay, so that's not going to work. Can't check velocity. If it was 0, we might have been able to do something. I don't know. How would I fix this? This is now just like in terms of the frames. And we are calculating this on update. Should we be calculating this on fixed update? Isn't there going to be less checks on fixed update? So I think technically we're... Actually, I don't even know. Are we checking the... No, we're not checking the rigid body. Oh my god, why is this so hard? I mean, we could try keeping a threshold. If we're above the highest point... No, because what if I come diagonally? That's not gonna work. I almost feel like we have to just predict the position on the next frame for the rigid body. It's gonna be tough though. Also, it seems like it would be prone to errors as well. Why is this so hard? I think there's something here. Let's see. I almost feel like I should just implement the one-way platform from Unity. You know what? I probably will just end up using unsafe scenes. No. Okay, let's try that. So let's do platform effector 2D. Oh, here we go. Use by effector. Sure, one way. Oh, whoops. Wrong one. Here we go. Platform effector 2D. One way. Yeah. Okay. Oh, and we'll just get that out of there. What? Okay, I guess, set that up. Oh, oh that's right. This is not checking for the ground. Oh, that's not gonna, well. Well, I don't even know how this works specifically because there's collisions happening here. And unless we move that up. Okay. There's collisions on the side, which I don't want. Although, maybe we can use this combined with our code. That might work, right? Yeah, that could work. Oh, whoa, 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 what was this? Oh no, I don't like that. You passed through this. Okay, which I think we might still be able to work with. Okay, let's leave it like that. Hold on, we'll actually try that. This might work. So let me see. I'm pretty sure if we're going up, we're always going to be ignoring the collision. Can't think of a reason why that wouldn't be true at any point. On here. Unnecessary assignment. Oh, because of this. Okay, that's fine. Whatever. If the collision is on, meaning that was true, which again is not, I don't think that's the correct terminology that should be used here, but it should be, is collision ignored? I think that would make more sense. If the collision is being ignored, we do that check here, sure. Else, check for this. So the collision is not being ignored. The collision is not being ignored, and we are going downwards. Get into this else check right here. And okay, so if we're getting to this else check, we're going down. I don't know. I mean, I guess we could give it a bigger buffer, but that's I don't think this is gonna work. Kind of just put a band-aid on the problem. It still might fail. It'll fail if we're going like fast enough downwards. Oh, what the? Oh, whoops. No, that should be ground. Put it like around there. Really? Really? That doesn't... Okay. Hard to believe. Oh, because of this. Okay. Oh, we didn't have that on. I'm so dumb. Still not checking. That's not checking either? What? Collision's not being checked at all? What is going on? Oh. That explains it. Okay, so this is false, which means that that's true, so we're ignoring the collision. Oh. False, true, ignore the collision, okay. That works. I mean, Yeah, it kind of works, I guess. Not a fan of this. Oh, that didn't. Okay. Still, still not quite getting it there. Close to the ground as well, which is odd. I am like, oh, actually, no, I'm not. I'm good. Guess I just gotta fix this. I mean, regardless of that, though, still happening, just not as frequently, I guess. Uh, I don't. I just don't know. The only other option I know is just to predict the position of the rigid body by using the velocity. Like, what else could I do? All right, let's see. I mean, I don't think a threshold would even work at this point. It's kind of just kicking the can down the road. Plus, the higher we do the threshold, the more obvious the collision from the side is going to be. Can't believe there's not a good way to do this. I thought so. Now we're colliding with that. Now this is all wrong. This is all wrong. Rotational offset. Oh, I see. What if... Oh, this wasn't even... hold on. I'm so dumb. Oh, well, I guess it didn't matter. Actually, hold on. Was I doing that wrong the entire time? Because this wasn't on? Hold on, we gotta... okay, we gotta retry that. Let's do 2 or something. Just still not a very good solution, but I just want to try something. We have the outer check, and we have this platform effector 2D. Oh, no, 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 no. No, 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 no. That ain't working. That is not working. Oh, that is, okay. That is really not working. What the? Okay, whatever. Okay, what if instead we use this or another collider, put it under here like this, and no, well, isn't that literally doing the same thing that we were doing? I feel like doing the same thing we were doing. I mean, we could try it. Let's see. Oh, this is, oh my God. Okay, hold on. Let's check again. Gotta keep forgetting that I'm messing up everything here. Okay. Let's change that back to 1. Change that back to 1. Can't tell if I'm colliding here. Not colliding there. Oh, well, that's happening again. Interesting. Even though I have a pretty high offset, I wasn't expecting that. Now it's not happening. Here we go. Okay. That's weird. I have such a high offset and it's still happening. Okay, anyways, back to this. What if we do this? What if we say anything in this spot, we will ignore collision? We have this outer collider check. Um, enter if we do this. Well, hold on. No, we gotta rewrite that. Actually, no, hold on. We go in here with this collision. Take specific character collision, ignore check. What? Whatever. Is player character. Really just is base character, whatever. That doesn't matter. That should always get set to true. And then we can get rid of that. So my idea is if we're in this collider, this platform is always going to be ignored. Well, that didn't work. So much for that. What if we just lower it? Oh, no. Interesting. Oh, is it because we're not? Oh, that's right. No, but this should be triggering. Yeah, there we go. We go in here. Oh, it doesn't contain it? Okay, regardless. Do this. Character? Is that what I'm looking for? And this would be false. I think. Okay. Um, we did. Okay, we gotta restart that. My bad. Okay. What? Why? That's a ground. What? Because this is too high? How am I not hitting the ground? Oh, now I'm just confused. Oh, you're part of this. Uh-oh. That's gonna give us another problem. Okay, this, my God, now we just brought up another set of problems here. Is this gonna work if I put it on ground? Oh no. Hold on, I am so confused. What is happening? How am I not hitting ground? What? I am so confused. I'm so confused. What is going on? Okay. What? 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 What the hell? What? Unity? What are you doing? What am I looking at? How's this happening? What? Excuse me? What is going on? Oh, that's also the ground? Okay, well, it doesn't matter because I'm taking that whole thing off. What am I colliding here with if it's not the platform? Excuse me? What? What? I'm going insane. I am going insane. How does this make any sense? Uh-huh. I what? 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 Okay, something fishy's going on here apparently. Yeah, 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 whatever. Okay, so we're ignoring these two, I think, is what that's supposed to mean. We're ignoring the body. Yeah. Or collision false. With the platform, one, yeah, and the body. Why is my ground check not triggering? The trigger. I don't understand. I don't understand why the ground check is not happening. Where is the ground check? Here we go. What? Here we go. Character ground check. Tell me why my ground check isn't working. Hold up. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. This is not good. Checking it on a trigger event? Is that even a good idea? Okay. You got that part. Wait, what? Hold on. What's going on here? Okay, we gotta go in here. That's false, yeah. What? Okay. So we exit it round, right? Actually, hold on. Let's do this instead. Think about it. Um, guess it would be this one. Never gets checked again. Okay. Interesting. Oh, but now it did? What? That doesn't trigger a ground check. How? Why does it not trigger a ground check? Oh my god, dude, this is gonna be the end of me. How did that not trigger a ground check? Oh my god, I'm so lost. I have no idea. I don't even know how this became a problem. This doesn't make any sense. This doesn't make any sense. Oh, this whole thing is off. Okay. Sure then. Wait, does this mean that we should just like do this? Make it like super tiny? I I guess that works. Kind of. Oh my god. How about this is still happening? Well, I guess that makes sense that that's happening actually. Yeah. Okay. What if I lower this like that? Oh, wait, hold on. That might work. Be coming at a certain angle. Hold on, hold on. That might work. That might work. It's so wonky in the corners though. It's kind of hard to trigger it, but happens. That right there. I think this would happen as well. Yeah, we enter that grounded state. We're technically grounded at that point there. I wonder if there's a way to check if the platform effector is currently on or off. Let's see. Platform effector 2D Unity. Let's look at the docs. Platform bounce. What does that mean? Should bounce be used on the platform sides? When false, no bounce is used from any assigned physics materials. Okay. The angle of an arc that defines the sides of the platform centered on the local left and right of the effector. Any collision normals within this arc are considered for the side behaviors. Not entirely sure what that means. But I don't think I need it. Surface arc, can we just do like one? I feel like that should work, right? Oh, the music stopped. There we go. Some Nintendo music. Okay, I think if there's a way to check if this platform effector is currently active, we can probably... Oh my god, no, that's... Well, no, yeah, because we need to check... the physics is working, but my ground check is still being called right there. So, is there a way to check if the platform effector is active? Well, I guess, I guess what we could do is we could just check if... Well, I guess we could just reuse our code of calculating the feet. The feet and... Oh, hold on. Is that even gonna work though? If we have you here... Jumping up like this, and then you stop right here. You're technically grounded. But if you're like down here, that will be counted as grounded. But you're not above the platform at that point. Oh my god, it's like every time I like find a solution, I bring up like 3 other problems. I'm already checking for velocity, I think. Oh, I'm not? Oh. Interesting. I should be checking for velocity. Wait a minute, hold on. How? Now I'm curious. Aren't I supposed to be hitting that ground check? Going up? Aren't I supposed to be hitting that ground check right there? Platform. Get it. Okay. Oh, wait. Okay, hold on. Okay, yeah. Wait a minute. Hold on. Should that not be a ground check? How am I not hitting a ground check right there? I'm touching the thing. I'm so confused. How's that not a ground check? I mean, that's fine. Okay, I just hit like 3 different things there. I don't know what happened. Okay, here we go. So, what did I hit here? Platform 1. Grounded is false. Ground layer 9, this is the ground layer. Is enter. Grounded true, this is the platform. that's all this. Okay. Is grounded true. Temp ground false. So we set the double jump, sure. Don't do that. We play the ground land FX. But we did it. I am so confused. I am once again confused. Why is this working? Actually, hold on. Okay, here we go. On enter. Collision to the platform 1. All that's true. Current platform is platform 1. Oh. Interesting. Okay. No current platform. Whatever. Is grounded true? Yes, okay. And then we set off the event. We said double jump. Wait, what? Hold on, why did we enter that? What? Then we hit it again. It's also very confusing. What? These aren't even congruent. Okay. Why is my scene view different than the game view? We got whatever. Alright, my current state is the jump state. Now my current state is the idle state. Is it because I changed from jump to idle? I think so. Jump to idle, we have to be grounded, past the frame delay. Not moving, oh, it might be this one. Our velocity is less than 0.1 f. Interesting. I guess that solves that mystery. Like maybe we should check that too. At least here on the ground check. I guess that wouldn't hurt. So if is enter and we have the character here. Yes. Your velocity y is less than 0.1. Is that what the player is checking for? Less than or equal to? Sure, let's just keep it going with that one. Basically, to be grounded, we also have to check that our linear velocity is either negative or 0, or very close to 0. Because if we're going upwards, then it doesn't really make sense that we can be grounded if we're going upwards. Okay, so we can go here. Surface arc is 1, that's good. There's still technically a little bit of a... Oh, okay, well... Never mind, something else is happening here. Good lord. Wait, is this because... Let's see. Yeah, I mean, I guess we could try and make this just really small. And move it up somewhere there. That works. Move it up somewhere there. Kind of works. It's so those damn corners. That does fix this part. Okay. I guess the last thing to do would just be to... What the? What is going on with this? How did I... What? Explain to me how I hit the ground here. Look at all this. Oh, that makes sense. Huh? Wait, hold on. Are you checking that? Let's see. We take this off. Yeah, well, it's not that. Oh, it is. What? No. What is going on with these collisions? Why are they all over the place? Ah. Okay, let's take out the contact hitbox for now. Oh. I don't know what's happening. Oops. There's okay. All right, whatever. There's just so much. Wait, hold on. Okay, it's not that one. If we take off the feet collider, is that gonna do anything? Should be the check, right? Yeah. Alright, so what's the deal? Feet's supposed to be the one that checks that. Alright, you know what? That's not even part of this bug. Check on it later, but that's not even part of this. What we do need to check is this. this into like 0.1 or something. Get up over here. There we go. That's happening. But yeah, let's just not deal with that right now. We do need to deal with these checks here. Specifically the corners, like that. See if I can replicate this like so. I think I'm just hitting. I'm hitting like like this part. Oops. This part right here. Platform right here, I'm hitting it with this right here. I think that's what's happening. Kind of, I guess. Yeah. Okay. Might need to calculate the bottom of the feet and the this is a very niche edge case right here. Yeah, that does not feel good. We do that. I might need to play around with how these colliders look. I might not even do the box collider. I might just actually, you know what? We can probably just get away with changing this into a sphere collider. Let's see. Yeah, okay. It's gonna break some things, but we'll see. Not sphere, circle collider. Oh. Got blasted into space. Okay, exclude everything except platform check, ground check, ground. Okay, really? It is a trigger. And, I have to do this here. Character feet. Oh, okay. This is huge. Point 046. Zero 8. Put up. Actually, 106 would probably be good. What? Okay, let's change it. Everything but ground check, platform check, ground. Trigger. That there. Alright, now if we ever so slightly just move that up. Yeah, I think that's good. Okay, cool. Alright. Good. No, I mean, some wonkiness, but no, see, that still happens. I wonder if I should put some sort of friction here. Or if we can change the effector, specifically the sides, maybe? Let's see. We changed that. What is side arc? I mean, he's something. The angle of an arc that defines the sides of the platform centered on the local left and right of the effector. What does that mean? Any collision normals within this arc are considered for the side behaviors. Alright, well, you know what? Let's just turn it on and see what happens. Let's do that. What's that gonna do? Oh, wait. This looks like it did something that I want. Okay, that's still wonky, but... Tell me why that doesn't work. Okay, what if we increase this? I don't know what it means, but it kind of looked like it was working. Let's see. Nope. Ah. That's still a thing. Great. How come my collision is not working there? Because the surface arc is too low? Kinda just pushes me off. What? 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 Oh, it doesn't matter. It doesn't even work anyways. Oh, well, hold on. What if we just do 180 on this? That still works fine. It's just there's something else going on here. I wonder if this is on my end. Wait, what if we increase this? Because technically now we're checking the surface. Oh, now this is... It's like the opposite. It's like we shouldn't be doing that. It's like we should be making that as small as possible. Like, can we do like 0.001 or something? I can't even see this thing. This can't be the way to do this. There's just no way. I mean, that still happens, so it doesn't matter how small we make it. Ugh. And I guess this is kind of a step in the right direction. I want to know why this is counting as... No, I guess it makes sense. That's counting as a ground check. This should be a ground. Like, I should be stopping. I don't know. How does this count as a ground check? I have no idea. Even on the next frame, I'm not there. This is 4 frames, and I'm still not colliding with this. I don't know. I don't know. Regardless, though, we should be colliding with that. Let's see. Use side friction. Oh, maybe. Let's see. That help us? Nope. Service arc. Like at, I don't know, 2 or something. That's interesting. Didn't that be a ground check? Okay, well, okay, that was short. Too low. Fine. Okay, how is that not a ground check? Going downwards, my velocity is less than 0.1 f, and I entered. Oh, I guess, yeah, since I entered and I didn't exit, I'm still in here. Okay. Okay, that makes sense. That makes sense. Okay, fine. I don't know why that's happening, honestly. Now that I think about it, I don't know how this is working. Let me check this with ground. Oh, yeah, that's right. Never mind. That ain't gonna work. Exclude everything except player. I guess that's it. Might give us problems. You know what? I'm gonna call it there. We did some sort of progress. I guess the only thing now is just these corner collisions. Which I guess the only thing I can think of now is just to check, you know, the lowest point of the Phi collider versus the highest point of the platform collider, which we already have the math for, so it shouldn't be too bad. We'll put some sort of buffer on it, but we'll just do the same check. If our feet are higher than the platform with some sort of threshold, then we are on the grounded state. Otherwise, we are not grounded. At least, oh, okay, never mind. I don't like this. I don't like this at all. So I wonder, can we just minimize the round here? It's already pretty close. And I can't move it. It's already set. Oh, I guess I could do this. 0.1. That work? Oh, the same problem. All right, let's leave it there. I mean, at least we got most of this done. This is working pretty good now. We're not falling through the platform anymore. And we kind of simplified the one-way platform, so that's good. Making things a little bit easier. Yeah, so next time, I'll probably work on some alternate moves for Paloo. Specifically the shots. We'll work on some new bullet types for Paloo. I have a pretty good one in mind with the swapper. Basically, you shoot an enemy and then you switch places with the enemy that you just shot. Which should make it pretty chaotic. Alright. Who should we raid? Let's raid somebody. Who else is doing some game development? Let's see here. Is anybody on? Let me see. No, nobody's on. Okay. Anything good? Anything good? Let us look. Oh, here we go. Somebody working on to be Godot. Let's see, what about... We got vibe coders in here, reprogramming. Oh, dungeon pizza. What is dungeon pizza? Game Maker? No, Unity. Alright. Let's try them out.